Man found weird black cables behind the loose concrete stone, but what it actually was shocked everyone. Miller was removing old concrete steps at his home in Ohio when he noticed something unusual. There were uncovered thick black cables behind the concrete stone, and they were running under the ground. Curious, he kept following them. He started to dig, and the more he dug, the more cables he found, stretching under the entire house. At first, he thought they might be old power lines or phone wires, but when he pulled one free and traced it, he realized they were carefully hidden and connected to something inside the walls. Miller grew uneasy. His curiosity turned to fear when he discovered the end of one cable. It wasn't for electricity at all. What it was for froze him. The cable was connected to a tiny camera. Then Miller saw another, and another. His hands froze as he realized there were cameras hidden all around his home. Shaken, he rushed inside and began to check every corner. He moved furniture, opened vents, and shined a light behind shelves. In every room, he found more cameras. Some were hidden in the air vents, some tucked under shelves, and others disguised inside light fixtures. Every single one was wired into the same hidden system. The more he searched, the more his fear grew. Miller decided to follow the cables outside. He traced them through the dirt until he reached the far edge of his yard near the fence. There, he noticed a patch of ground that looked different. He dug until he hit something hard, a buried metal box. It was locked, but Miller forced it open with a tool. Inside, his heart sank. The box held hard drives and a recording device. It was all neatly arranged, carefully protected from the weather. He looked closer and saw blinking lights. The device was running. It was recording everything, storing hours and hours of video. Miller stepped back, horrified. His 3 young children had been living in this house, and their every move had been captured on these cameras. Someone had been watching his family the whole time. He felt sick as the thought sank in. He grabbed his phone and called the police. Within minutes, patrol cars arrived. Officers stepped into the yard, listened to Miller's story, and quickly realized how serious it was. They began pulling the cameras, cables, and equipment from the house. Neighbors gathered outside, whispering and pointing, shocked at the scene unfolding before their eyes. One by one, boxes of equipment were carried out. It wasn't just a few cameras, it was an entire surveillance system. Someone had designed it to record everything without being noticed. The police told Miller that the setup looked old. It had probably been installed years before he even moved in. The equipment had been running silently, storing every detail of his family's life. Miller stood in disbelief as he watched the officers load the boxes into their cars. What had started as a simple home project, just removing some old concrete steps, had turned into a nightmare. He had uncovered a secret that had been hiding in plain sight for years. Later, when reporters asked about it, Miller said he would never see his home the same way again.